I just want to say Lotus Nightclub, Red Deer, Alberta. I really hope that rings a bell to some of you who either want to go there or who have been there. There's so many underage girls at this bar. It's so greasy, so grimy, and I had to experience it myself. So just the last weekend, I went there, and let's just say it exceeded my expectations. We got there around 11 o'clock and it was absolutely dead. Probably should have gone there at 1, but we were bar hopping. Whatever. Deal with it. I've heard so many stories about this bar, and I'm going to tell you my best story about it. So, my buddy, who's down in Red Deer, was like, oh yeah, ladies' night. So he's explaining to me how him and his other friend, the two of them, go to Lotus Nightclub on ladies' night. And they say they get themselves inside the dance floor. They're dancing around, jamming around. And then my buddy was like, yeah, my friend, he started fingering this girl. And I started dancing and grinding up on the other side. So he's finger banging her and we're grinding on her and she's pretty damn hot. I'm thinking to myself, okay, this story's pretty believable. Then it takes a turn for the ridiculous. So my friend was like, yeah. Then I started shoving my own finger up her ass and we're double finger banging her and it's just getting crazy. We can feel our fingers through her body, through her ass and pussy, and it's just gnarly. So he says he keeps on going. And at this point I'm like, really? Like this story's getting pretty incredible. Incredibly gross. So he says he continues. They're just banging away on the dance floor. And instead of whipping out their dicks on the dance floor, which any normal 17-year-old, they're a little bit older. So what does he do? He pulls his finger out of her ass, wipes it across the chick's face, and then they both run off the dance floor, giggling like little schoolgirls. At this point, I'm like, this can't be true. That is ridiculous. But after going there, I kind of believe that it actually happened. So Lotus Nightclub, greasy as ever. Probably the best part is like the hot dog or smoky stand or whatever you want to call it outside that you can buy some food at the end of the night. It's pretty decent, pretty delicious when you're slashed. The last story that I'll tell you is when I went there, this chick who must have been at least 5 months pregnant was just grinding up on the dance floor harder than ever. She was the most soberest, well, hopefully she was sober, and grossest pregnant looking awkward disaster on the dance floor with a friend that I've ever seen. Ugh. Third and last story. Had to squeak this one in there. We saw the classic stripper dancing, probably 17-year-old slut, super slam, and probably going to get in a gangbang that night. Overall, Lotus Nightclub exceeded expectations. Incredible. You have to go there at least once, and then fuck off. Just go somewhere else. Probably go to an STD clinic and get yourself checked. This has been Jason. Idle Times. Later.